What is going on, Lions fans, and all the rest of you? Another day, another day of Lions news to report. But today we are talking about something that it's not exactly football related, but it is tied to one of our Detroit Lions. It is Terrion Arnold. It says that Terrion Arnold has been named in a court order of an alleged crime that happened. So let's look at some of this report. This is from the Heavy. It says there are some details that surfaced Thursday in a court order involving the orchestration of an armed robbery and kidnapping that occurred in Tampa, Florida this month. The details directly involve Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold. According to the Detroit News, Arnold's name surfaced in a Florida court order. The cornerback's name was in a 7-page order from Hillsborough County Circuit Judge J. Logan Murphy that granted the state's motion for a pretrial detention of someone named Boakai Hilton. It says Hilton allegedly planned the kidnapping and robberies during a car ride where Arnold was present. Hilton allegedly made those plans in retaliation to a pair of thefts that occurred at Arnold's rental home. So whoever this Hilton guy is, they're saying that Arnold was present. So we know sometimes when it comes to situations like this, when they say that, someone is present, it doesn't mean that Terrion could have necessarily been in the car with him. It could have just mean that Terrion was on the property before this guy went out and did what it was he was going to do, not necessarily that he was in the car, committing, a crime with this guy. Let's read a little more. It says, the February 24 order stated that the armed robbery and kidnapping was a direct result of Arnold and his friends deciding to take matters to their own hands after Arnold's rental home was robbed twice. While traveling in the car with Arnold back from Tallahassee, Hilton orchestrates the ambush according to the order. So they're trying to say that Arnold was in the actual car. Arnold, 22, has not been charged or arrested by authorities, according to online court records. Prior to the incident, on February 4, Arnold was a victim of 2 robberies in which thieves stole high-end bags, guns, jewelry, a cell phone, and $100,000 in cash, according to a police report. That is messed up that these things, happen to athletes all the time. That, you kind of think that when people live in nicer neighborhoods that like crime, it's not that much crime, but it does seem that every year some type of athlete or some type of entertainer, somehow their homes are always involved in robberies. Now we know, especially probably in these type of neighborhoods, that if somebody is hitting up and robbing your home, it is probably somebody that you know. Random people don't just say, hey, that's Terrion Arnold's house, let's go rob it. Let's read a little more. It says, Arnold's name mentioned in court order. This development story from Florida already and indirectly tied to the Lions 22-year-old cornerback. It says that Fox 13 said on February 17th, court documents indicated the armed robbery and kidnapping on February 4, according to Eagle Point in Tampa Palms, the Tampa Palms complex. It says a warrant said that when one of the men went into a bedroom looking for one of the women, he opened a closet door and was confronted by 2 men with guns who started hitting him and one of the other alleged victims. Detectives said those 2 alleged suspects are believed to be Lindell Hudson and Christian Williams. Let's see what else it says. Let's see if it says anything else about Terrion. February 18th, the detective testified during the hearing that Hudson is part of Arnold's security team. The detective added that Williams is supposedly Arnold's cousin. We already read that about what they said was missing. 3 men allegedly were lured to an apartment by 2 women, at which time Hudson and Williams allegedly beat them and held them at gunpoint. How latest Arnold update impacts Lions 2026 free agency. It's difficult to say how the Lions will react to Arnold's name popping up in the Florida court order, but it's obviously not good. Cornerback has been one of Detroit's biggest roster weaknesses. I would agree with that. It should, again, be a point of emphasis for the Lions this offseason. I'm just kind of scanning through. Uncertainty surrounding the team's top young cornerback will only exacerbate the problem. It talks about when Williams was drafted. And it says Williams turns 23 on March 22nd. So, all right, Lions fans, Terrion Arnold, this is not the first time. It definitely won't be the last time that an athlete is mentioned in some type of crime that was committed, not by the actual athlete, but by one of his family members or friends. So Terrion Arnold comes up in this. I think it's much ado about nothing when they talk about what the Lions going to do about free agency, unless Williams was one of the people who actually robbed or kidnapped these people and set these people up. I don't think he's going to have anything to worry about, and he can just focus on getting ready for the 2026 season and let his team handle this. All right, Lions fans, what's your thoughts on Terrion Arnold's name coming up in the court order saying that he was possibly present during the planning of this robbery and kidnapping? All right, people, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So every time we come up, it'll pop up. That's all I got on this one. Until next time, peace.